Hello everyone, I'm Jay from Jay and Valing Around. Have you ever heard of Creve Coeur? Well, come along with me. I'll tell you the meaning and I'll tell you the story about how Creve Coeur came about.
Settle 5 and then continue on from there.
So we're here at Creve Coeur Lake. And Creve Coeur in French means broken heart. Now, in the late 1700s, there was an Indian tribe that lived around the edge of the lake. They hunted and they fished. And a group of Frenchmen from the Louisiana Territory came through the area and wanted to negotiate a peace treaty with the chief. Now, the chief's daughter was really pretty. And everybody in the tribe wanted to get with the daughter, but she ended up forming a crush on the son of the governor of the Louisiana Territory. Now, they had this huge feast to celebrate this treaty of peace. Lots of food, and they all enjoyed themselves. Well, while all of that was going on, the daughter and the son of the governor kind of snuck off and walked around the lake. She was completely smitten with the governor's son, and he told her that after all of the diplomatic missions were done, he would come back for her. Now, as he left, his father found out that his plan was to come back and get the Indian princess. And of course he forbade that. That was not going to happen. He literally told the son the reason he didn't want him to be with a primitive savage. And the governor ended up arranging a marriage for the son to a family that was more honorable in their area. Now, of course, the princess tried to keep in contact with the Frenchman as much as she could, but it finally kind of died off, and she knew he wasn't coming back. But that doesn't mean she wasn't heartbroken. So she decided that if I couldn't have the son of the governor, there's no real reason to live. So she climbed up to the top of a bluff and jumped into Creve Coeur Lake, which was not Creve Coeur Lake at that time, obviously. Jumped into the lake and she was never seen again. So right here is a part of the bluffs that the Indian princess would have jumped off of. Now, of course, that was 300 years ago, so the lake has changed. So where I'm standing right now is probably more of the bluffs or part of the lake that she might have jumped into. But isn't this amazing that we still have some of the bluffs here, and it's a small waterfall that's dripping, kind of represents the tears from the Indian princess, right? Now, the chief, the next day, looks for the daughter and can't find her anywhere. She's not in her tent. So he gathers everybody up in the tribe and they all look for the daughter. An elderly lady who the daughter confided in told the chief that she was heartbroken, the daughter was heartbroken, and she didn't want to live anymore. She decided to go up to the top of the bluff and jump into the water. Now, the chief, as mad as all mad could be, also was overcome with grief, decided to grab his canoe and paddle to the center of the lake. Now, when he got to the center of the lake, he asked the spirits if they could please curse the lake, and if they could also turn his daughter into a demon. and never allow her to leave the lake again, and punish his daughter for taking her own life and also falling in love with the Frenchman, which he called the white man. So Creve Coeur Lake at one time was like a lover's lane, and the story says that the demon in the water would listen to the couples around the lake, and if it found that the man was not faithful in the relationship, the demon would show itself and it would bubble the water, it would create waves, and then it would literally come out of the water and unleash its fury on the man, a fury to destroy. Now that's quite a story, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure I would want to hang around the lake if that was happening. So in the 1800s, some French fur trappers came to the area around the lake, and they heard the story about the Indian princess. And so they came up with the name Creve Coeur, which in French means broken heart. And so that's the story of the curse of Creve Coeur Lake. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, comment down below. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and help us get to 1,000 subscribers. It'll let you know when the new videos come out, and it will keep you in the loop. I want to thank you for coming along with me today to Creve Coeur Lake and learning a little bit about the curse. And I want to thank you for Jay and balling around with us. So as you can see, Creve Coeur Lake is a recreational lake today. But in 2014, this lake was infested with Asian carp. And we all know that Asian carp is an invasive fish, and it takes over the whole territory and kills everything. And I consider that a demon fish. So 300 years later, the demon fish is still showing itself with the Asian carp. Now, if you, at that time, disturbed them with boats or swimming or whatever, the fish would jump out of the water. So, kind of weird that this lake is still cursed 300 years later. So if you come out to Creve Coeur Lake, beware. You never know what's underneath the water.